What's up, the boxing world? This is Derek Poppy Rolon at Strictly Boxing. Okay, fellas, we into the 2024 season, and we got a card tomorrow night, promoted by Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy Promotions, it's Oscar De La Hoya. Him and Bernard Hopkins are doing like the Golden Boy Promotions, and this is the first time that I remember of boxers that went through the boxing program and then became promoters. This was a good move, man. And, they did pretty good, Golden Boy Promotions. With this. And they had some good people. As a matter of fact, Floyd Mayweather came through Golden Boy Promotions, if I remember correctly. And even Adrian Broner came through Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy Promotions has been around for a while, man. And they came out and they made some good champions, man. And so now this week, tomorrow evening, Saturday, out of Las Vegas, we got a main event. First card of 2024. And it's Vergil Ortiz versus Frederick Lawson. Vergil Ortiz is moved up from 147 pounds. He's 19-0 with 19 knockouts. He's fighting Frederick Lawson. And nobody knows who Vergil Ortiz knocked out. I mean, he was in the 47 weight class. He was having some conversations about fighting. My man Ennis, they were talking about. And something happened. I don't know if it was medically or he got hurt or during the training. And I told you guys before, man, that when a fight gets canceled, it must be a real serious injury because a lot of money is invested, a lot of things is going on where last-minute fights get canceled. And Ortiz, this is his first comeback fight. He's fighting after, I don't know what the injury was. I don't know what caused him to not be able to, he had a nice layoff, so it was some kind of injury that caused him to be laid off. He's still 19-0 with 19 knockouts, okay? He's fighting Frederick Lawson. And so we don't know if Ortiz's opponents that he's been knocking out is worthy opponents or just somebody, just making him a record. So we'll have to find out about if he really could fight. I mean, he could fight a little bit. I saw him fight a few times, so he could fight a little bit, but we haven't really seen him tested yet. Now, Frederick Lawson, okay, he's from out of Ghana somewhere overseas in Africa, one of the African countries, and he got a background of training and of things I've heard about training in the Floyd Mayweather gym. Man, he's banged up a lot of guys in Floyd Mayweather gym. Things they came to me, they told me that he beat up a lot of guys. Even Tank name came up in that list that he was banging up Tank a couple times in the Floyd Mayweather gym. So he can't be no real bum. So that's one of the things that we get to see now. The tomorrow night card is a full card. It's a few other undefeated fighters that's on the card. A couple under championships, not world titles, but a couple title fights that's on undercard. And the main event again, Vergil Ortiz. He's not fighting 147 no more. He's fighting at 154. Now, some people believe that he moved up from 147 because he didn't want to fight in his boots. Now, I'm from the old school, so it's hard for me to believe that fighters move up to avoid other fighters because that's not the era I'm from. So it's kind of weird for me to think that they try to avoid each other because the mentality of all the fighters I know in my area, in my era, all the fighters, they want to fight whoever they think is the best. And that's how we grew up. Like, if you the best, that's who I want to fight. So when people say to me, moved up because they was ducking this guy, or he moved out of that weight class. Now, it's hard for me to grasp that because I don't understand that mentality of being a world-class fighter. I want to be a champion and ducking fighters. So I'm not going to put that and just say, okay, Vergil Ortiz moved up to duck Ennis. So I'm not going to say that. So what I'm going to say is he's moved up. He probably got to put on some weight. He's getting a little older. So he probably moved up, and now his body is forming a little bit. So now he's at 154. It's funny, though, at 154 because we already know that Errol Spence and Terence Crawford is fighting at 154 with no title. So, I mean, I guess any of them win. If Crawford win, he's the 154 fight. Pretty soon somebody's going to have to fight Charlo. I don't know what they're going to do with Charlo. I know Charlo's still the 154-pound champ. So, I mean, you know, maybe the winner of Virgil Ortiz and Frederick Lawson can get a title shot or Virgil's still on the verge of getting a title shot. But I just want to let everybody know, I'm coming to let you know, Golden Boy Promotions is promoting a show tomorrow evening. I mean, it starts like 4 or 5, but that's on Vegas time, so really 7, 8 o'clock for us out here on the East Coast. So on the East Coast, we're on the East Coast. Fights 4 or 5 o'clock. It's on the Zone. So Golden Boy Promotions teamed up with the Zone, and they have or Dan Zone, whatever it is. But fights tomorrow night. First big fights of 2024. Virgil Ortiz is fighting Frederick Lawson. That's the main event. It's going to be a good one undercard, too. Tune in, check out the fights. Let's see what we're going to talk about. See if Virgil Ortiz is ready for the top guys in the 154 weight class. This is Derek Poppy, roll on at Strictly Boxing. Like and share my video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I appreciate all the love I'm getting from the subscribers. This is Derek Poppy, roll on at Strictly Boxing. Peace.